Right, you guys like say welcome or something. Alright guys, I'd just like to welcome you to the HypeFuse EU tournament. Today we'll be having Valiant Z versus Alcatain Gaming. It will be a highly competitive match. Valiant Z have proved challenging and have beaten Legend in the last match, and it's going to be a very good match, I feel. What do you guys say?
Should be a very interesting match. I'm looking forward to see what VLZ's comp is going to be this match. Last two games were done very well. Looks like they're banning Kensei on the VLZ side, and we have Maline ban on the other side. Wondering here what their next ban's going to be.
Yeah, that last game that they had was pretty interesting. That cruel play there was pretty good on their part, I'd say, definitely. Let's see if they do something like that this time again. So Celeste ban.
Yeah, they should ban these hyper carried. Like once again, you know, if they watch the last stream, they just want to get them away from BML since it's been really dominant on his mid laner. So they just want to kind of deny him that. If they can deny him that, I think they will have an easier phase laning against him.
I think the Lyra ban was a very good choice. Definitely want to stop that. Maybe they're going to be picking up a glaive. They want to stop the displacement.
I'm curious to see what they do as far as their roamer side, since I'm a big roamer myself. That Lyra, that kind of hurts as far as sustained heals. That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm probably going an Adagio there. Some sort of sustained heals to see if they can outlast.
I like the Reza pickup there. He's definitely been very strong since the update. It looks like we have a Varia. See, Varia definitely was played very well by them in the first games, and I'm wondering, they're probably going to go mid lane with her this time again.
Flicker, wow, that's interesting. There's going to be a lot of poke action probably going on. Hopefully they utilize those cameras a little bit more in this game than the last few. Samuel's also a really good pick right now.
There goes the glaive pick that we have been waiting for. Now, last time, I believe Cinderella Man played glaive. He did very well. He definitely was on point with his ganks, and teaming up with the Lorelei, get those slows in. I mean, it's going to definitely be a hard match for them. I mean, but they do have Flicker and Reza, which they can capitalize on, and Samuel could poke them from afar. We'll see what their last two picks are going to be here.
You know, that glaive could have been a hard pick. They might be switching that back to Cinderella Man. We'll see here. Oh, so they give it to Nuke. Okay. This will be interesting. They're switching up their positions.
It's like they do lock in thin. It will look like a CP Lorelei. He was hovering over Taka for a second there. I thought it was gonna launch.
Yeah, I saw that. As well. That would have been very interesting to see.
Yeah, it would have been a really good pick. He does.
And Black Feather. I knew it, guys, right there. They did the hard switch to Cinderella. That's what you were just talking about, too, Answer.
Yeah, these are great picks overall. I mean, what I'm looking forward to see is if they utilize that Flicker just for that universal ult. They definitely are going to have some good mid-game to late-game damage there on that team. So I'm just looking forward to see if they utilize that well. That Reza could definitely come in. I could see it already. Putting the ult down, Samuel poking from afar, Vox getting that resonance bounce, and Gwen just picking them off one by one. But also on the other team, you got Glaive with that displacement, Lorelei with a good slow. If Varia lands all those A's down, Adagio buffing them, getting that all in, Blackfeather could definitely capitalize, just going right through them with his all, getting those on points. This is going to be very interesting. We'll see what happens. So it does look.
Looks like right now you have two up top with Blackfeather and Glaive currently trying to contest Gwen a little bit.
Now, we saw how Cinderella Man in the top lane did with Catherine that first game. Now, if they're going to play anything like that, they're looking to push these side lanes really early and just get a lot of pressure going in on them.
Absolutely. Looks like they're being contested currently at the bottom.
Bottom lane getting some action there.
Vox is pretty low currently right now. I wonder if Lorelei and Dodge are going to try to steal those healing camps. We'll see. That's something similar that last tactic that they had in the game before too. That was pretty impressive on their part.
Yeah, this is something you definitely want to always capitalize on. You definitely always want to get these healing treants or dive into the enemy jungle as long as you know that you're not going to be ganked or contested. So it's definitely a good move on their part.
Absolutely. Looks like Flicker's getting caught out of place here. And he's down with Glaive still about a quarter of health. Looks like they're going to contest that lane and push those minions up. Gwen's on our way back to top.
So it looks like mid lane here is just going to be passive. We did see this from them last time. So we're just going to have to keep our eyes here on these side lanes as they push.
Absolutely. Looks like Blackfeather and Glaive are just going to do their farm rotation right now. Bottom being contested with Vox having a fight, Lorelei and Adagio right now. Luckily that turret still has the bubble, but it's still taking quite a bit of damage.
Looks like they can sweep in and get this kill on Zagreus, and there we go.
That was a pretty smooth kill with some damage still on the turret. Hopefully they'll be able to save that turret from taking any more damage here.
So it looks like Gwen is poking at the Blackfeather in top lane here. Got a few minions, not too much. Is she going to be able to get the kill? No. He pops his healing flask. Hopefully they can communicate and see that he has popped that and get a good gank up there. But
I definitely saw some communication there. I saw an emote come out. Just a little love coming from Blackfeather towards Gwen.
Looks like Flicker has joined the fight in top lane. Not much going on. Blackfeather playing it safe for now. Let's see what's going on here in mid lane.
Adagio and Lorelei are putting a lot of pressure on that bottom lane right now. Really forcing Vox to screw up a little bit of his CS here. I can kind of see their tactic there. But it looks like Rez has almost got caught out in the open there. And it looks like he just might.
Varus pushing in for that Reza kill, and he gets it. Very good move by BML there.
But yeah, that was excellent rotation.
Yes, it was. And it looks like they're going to try to push here just a little bit.
Glaive coming in for a sneak attack. Almost got the punishment from the turret there. I'm not sure if that was too wise. Blackfeather still taking advantage of the lane not being contested. That's good.
See, I really like what they're doing here. They're capitalizing and going into the enemy jungle. They're going in pairs. They know that they can have a chance to steal this gold oak, and you know it's just a really good move right now. It's getting them more farm, and they definitely have a little bit of a gold lead here, which is very important for this early game. They're usually the aggressors, which
Nearly 4,000 and more in gold currently within 5 minutes into the game. 1 and 6 kills. They're doing pretty well, I'd say also.
You guys have to remember, Flicker is one of these picks that if they don't really utilize him, which they haven't been really utilizing him that much this whole entire game, that they won't be able to do anything like him with him. So
exactly. Very true.
Yeah, he is a definite poke, and you got to really abuse those cameras, utilizing that that vision that he brings to the table without actually having to have a camera. You know, if you take those cameras down without being contested, looks like Glaive's going to take out Flicker here. Yep.
Did. That's some good action there in mid lane. Let's see what's happening here. Bottom lane, we got 3 down, collapsed on him. We got the box down.
Rez almost ported back, but he's going to get caught.
Yeah, he definitely had a hard time getting around them, so he had no choice but to go into their jungle, which led them to win that fight there. Looks like we got some action here on Ghostwing. It's actually good timing for this, actually. You know, they definitely have good awareness about when to capture Ghostwing and Blackclaw.
Yeah, those cameras placements are very well executed. You know, they have it all surrounded there, just in case if they try to contest that. And they secured it. Let's see if they can push a turn out of this. Looks like they're working bottom currently. 3v3, or currently 3 versus 2 here.
Looks like we're bunching up here on mid lane jungle. Let's see what's gonna go on there. Okay, we got a little team fight going on here. A little 2v2.
Panky and Zap having difficulty trying to get that CP buff there. It's unfortunate. Glaive and
Yeah, they're doing a great job, you know, just bullying their jungle, just really grabbing as much farm as they can between rotations. You know, that's really helping them keep that gold lead. Right now, we're looking at 9K gold lead. It's just doing great there. They're up 11 kills as well with the Ghostwing there. And you can see it happening across the whole map. Bottom lane just grabbed the weapon tree and, you know, they grabbed the jungle, Varia and Glaive there in the mid. And looks like top lane is being contested. We got Flicker very low here. Glaive and Blackfeather did manage to get that turret. Now they're collapsing down. Can they stop Flicker from porting? No, they cannot.
well, that would be the second turret down. It's pretty good by them right now. Glaive really utilizing those afterburns.
We have Lorelei coming down to mid lane, it looks like. Should be interesting if Reza and him meet up.
Daggio getting risky down there, really pushing that bottom lane. And Rez sees him. See if he contests. No. Good thing for Rez with Lorelei showing up that have supported Daggio. That could have ended bad for Rez there.
We have looks like the duo, Varia and Glaive, going down mid.
Yeah.
4 of them now. Looks like they're looking to push mid lane here, which is a good move. Vox is bottom lane, and with Samuel being so far away right now, it looks like they are going to get this turret.
They truly are being punished by the displacement with the glaive afterburn. I mean, just watching that, just every team fight, it's just totally taking advantage of displacing that enemy team currently.
At top lane, we got Blackfeather taking down the Gwen with that on point. Good job. Almost taken out by that
Samuel and
turret.
Flicker got caught out in the open in the top jungle there. Flicker barely making out. Samuel's going to have to bite the dust on that one.
Reza getting right on that Blackfeather, and he did get the kill. Blackfeather did stay a little too long, but they're still okay. Lanes are pushed, and we got some bottom lane here. We got them trying to take Ghost Swing again. Only person around from Team A is the Vox, which got taken down by the Varia there. Looks like they did get Ghost Swing again. Wow, very aggressive, very good.
The gold lead is pretty high now. It's really starting to show the dominance from what was the team? VPS or correction? Or VLZ?
Yes. Yeah, 15K gold lead. Very very useful at this point.
You know what they say, it's not over till it's over. Hopefully they can make a comeback here. Vox and Rez can really start to work together here, along with Samuel.
I'm still waiting for that universal all on Flicker and just hoping to see it done well. Maybe they can get a good gank and collapse on the enemy team. All right, bottom lane's got some action going on.
Glaive and Blackfeather taking top turret. Yep, they succeed at taking that top turret. Displacement there, that's pretty good. It's really good by them. Looks like they're going to be falling back to the buy. See what they get here.
Got the jungle fight here going on between Adagio, Reza, and Vox. And Vox is down, so they are now collapsing on the Reza. Can Reza get out in time, though? He is going for that turret. Lorelei drops a stun, and they do get that kill. Very good utilization. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. And they did get that ace across the maps. And it looks like Black Claw is up. Not sure if they're going to go for it or if they're just going to push right now. A lot of low cooldowns. Team is coming up. I would go for that Black Claw if I was them.
Absolutely. You know, with this high of a gold lead currently, it's just so difficult for Vox, Samuel, or Rez, or anyone on that team currently to contest them because of the item T3, you know, they've out-farmed them, and their item list is just out there right now. They're definitely playing meta.
And it looks like they did unleash the Black Claw.
This could be a game here, guys. Let's see what happens.
A good push here would definitely get them right to the crystal. We'll see what happens. They are pushing those lanes in, making sure all those minions collapse just in time. All right, we have Samuel down team fight. It looks like Vox might be going down, and he does. That damage playing is so strong.
Rez with a quarter health. Looks like Flicker popped his ult. We've been kind of looking for that, but not in this type of situation. And Flicker goes down, and that turret correction, that Vayne is almost half, almost about to go down. Folks, this looks like it could be game. Glaive doing a little taunt. You gotta love it, folks. That was excellent execution.
Yeah, that Varia was putting out so much damage there. Got that alternating current, shattered glass, and the broken myth. Just really just cutting through them, and not a lot of crystal defense there from TQ. Not really sure if that was the right move, but like we were saying, they were under farmed, but definitely a good first game there.
Yep, absolutely. I think the kill ratios is really what did it for him there, folks.
It's an excellent game overall. So now, as we switch sides here, what is it something that we want to look forward to in the next match here? I mean, I think defense was definitely something that needs to be focused on a little more, and maybe would have helped out in that that gold lead that they were having. Maybe investing a little more in the defense would have kept them around a little longer. What do you think about
Well, it's not necessarily about the defense that they had to buy. They just had to play the game just like, if you want to beat these guys, you just have to understand how they rotate. Every single rotation that they've done was completely beautiful. So what they used to do is they put pressure on one side of the map, forcing the team to go to that side, thinking that this is where the turret is going to go down. And then what they do is they shift that all of that pressure to the top side of the map, and then that's just a free turret. And this is what they've been doing over and over again. Also, we just have to keep in mind that these guys are really, really good at farming. So they have been in front of every single team that they've played against so far, which has been these two teams. They've always outfarmed them. They've always been ahead of them. So we're in the draft right now to see what they pick. But I believe that they should really prioritize the bans, especially for the mid lane. Since you look at mid lane and you're like, yo, this is a very passive lane. But at the end of the day, this is how BML plays. He just farms, and when he gets to that point, he just obliterates the enemy. We just have to try to capitalize on trying to push the mid lane into a very uncomfortable situation where both of the jungler and the support will have to play the mid lane game. So that I think this is one way they could have a chance of winning.
Absolutely. I'm curious to see if they ban Glaive on this one. Those displacements, and that really kind of hurt the other team there, forcing Vox and Samuel to have a rough start, almost not even able to come back from it, which was kind of what we saw throughout that game happening as far as gold farm. Like you were saying, just the farming mechanics that these guys have is really just outshining this other team currently.
Looks like Cinderella Man wants a weapon power lance, which should be interesting if they do lock that in.
Yeah, that will be. That's something I've been seeing a lot lately. Not even gonna lie, that's something that as Team Devious itself, that we really like playing that, and that's pretty interesting. Just hero in general right now with the new buffs and all that stuff going on, even with Tension Bow taking a hit on nerf.
So that's a very good ban there, I think. The Varia ban, just definitely so much just damage is coming from that one hero. But they did end up picking up Reza, which will make up for the Varia ban. Looks like we do have a Lyra pick. I think might be a better pick than the Flicker. Just get those heals out. If they do end up picking up Glaive again, her B could definitely just stop those displacements if played right.
It's a Koshka. That's new. I haven't seen Koshka in a while, but they have to understand that Baptiste is open, and teams are looking for an excuse to pick Baptiste since he has a team-wide ult that can clear the whole enemy team, and he does buy Echo. That is an instant win if he knows how to use Baptiste. So they should understand that this Koshka pick, I don't really know about it, but I don't think they're going to go for Baptiste. They locked in the weapon of power lance. Now, guys, a personal question. For players that have played in the North American region, what do you guys think of the European meta?
Go ahead, answer. I'll let you answer this one.
Definitely not too far off from what we usually do in NA. Definitely a little bit of differences as far as gameplay, but definitely very similar. I see a lot of the same aggressiveness. The player picks, definitely using a lot of you got the Reza, you got a lot of Black Feather coming in. Like we said, just very similar, I think.
If I had to say, it's interesting to watch EU and NA because NA is a little more aggressive. EU kind of leans towards the in-game state, and it's just, it's something. Any comp or it's hard to say like it's an EU thing or an NA thing. I think that any team that understands the composition of what their heroes and their abilities are capable of doing, they can play at any style of play. They can be aggressive early game or late game. Maybe that's just something that guys on the EU side just aren't showing us yet. Maybe they're saving that type of stuff for Worlds. I don't know. We'll see. But You know, it is different to be aggressive early game and or to wait late game with builds and to try to hold on to those turrets the best of your ability. You know, it really takes a good team to be able to do that. And
Guys, look
sometimes
like
early
they
game.
have swapped lanes. It's look like they've swapped roles. BML is going jungle, and they've invited a other guy called Wintervane. Now I've played with this guy, and he has been VG Silver, and he's a really great player. I've never seen him play Celeste before, but I have ranked with this guy before, and I tell you, this guy's really good. But what is really confusing is that BML is going Blackfeather jungle.
Yeah, I was expecting to see that weapon Lance, but it looks like Cinderelman switching roles here, and it's actually going to be going Rome, which is something that we haven't seen from him quite yet. So I'm very interested to see that, but played well. I mean, he could definitely do some damage. Um, I'm looking forward to these encounters here in jungle with the Black Feather. With the Koshka, and then we have also the Rona, which can do a lot of damage in itself.
Hopefully, Lance will be able to utilize those bees to push Koshka back a little bit to hold her at bay.
Once
So
again,
here we go,
guys, as I
folks.
said, the farming, you just have to look at their builds. The B side is not really focusing on the farming mechanics that they're having. While if we look at A side, their Reza has been buying defense. He knows he's not going to be able to contest that range. So what he does, he tries to stay in lane as much as possible. These guys have to learn from this team to try to beat them up. They can't really do much unless if they try to contest the farming. If they don't do
Looks
that,
like we have an early game engagement right now. Looks like Rona is currently taking quite a bit of damage on bottom lane there. Hopefully Lyra there will be able to support that exactly right there. That's why Lyra is so good early game, just to be able to have that type of ability of giving a heal out without blowing a flask. I mean, it just really means a lot early game.
Looks like we got some action top lane here. Fighting for camera placement, not too much, but it could cost him. All right, looks like they do disengage off that Ringo. Bottom jungle looks like it's going to be collapsing into each other, but they do disperse. And again, we see the same thing. We got BML and Nuke just taking that their enemy's farm. Just aggressive, just very
Very
good.
aggressive.
Yeah, just that's very good plays by them, just capitalizing on displacement. I myself am a jungler, so I always appreciate invasions that are done well and not sloppy. So they do that all game, and I really like it. It looks like they're also doing it top here with Reza, but they might have gone too deep here. We had a little fight, but it looks like they're getting away for now. Koshka is coming down on them.
That is a smart move. It turned into a decent fight there and almost to a 3v2 with Lance at 50% health. Koshka running back for safety. Hopefully Lyra will show up and toss a few heals to help out, or she might just go back to farming. Lyra and Rona porting back for health, leaving Ringo to contest with Gwen. Also looks like Celeste and Vox in the mid there. They're just duking it out. No real contestants as far as pushing those lanes. Seems to be a farming fight right now, guys. Three minutes in, and it's almost 2K gold ahead with A team. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping to see like a Cruel hit the table, you know, during the draft there.
Would that be for Team A or Team B here?
I'd probably have to say Team B, definitely, instead of the Koshka. But either way, I mean, it's still good picks, though, you know?
I feel Crawl would have been just a little bit too slow early game to keep up with them. Definitely would have been utilized late game, but with such kitey heroes, you know, that Team A has, unless a Shiver Steel was utilized, Crawl might have been a hindrance. We got Black Feather and Lance going here at Rona and Koshka as they try to be aggressive and take this weapon. And Koshka is down. Rona's very low, and she is gone too by Reza. Blackfeather does have to watch out. He is pretty low here with Vox and Lyra coming in. Oh, wow. Lyra is just getting melted by that damage. And Vox is going back to turret. Very smart move. Overall, a very good fight there in that top jungle.
One thing I'd like to point out, guys, is that even though Lance is not having any form of weapon power, his early weapon power on the Impale it's just been crazy. The damage that he dealt about 200 damage on the Koshka without any weapon item.
Yeah, definitely much needed too. And just rooting her at that last moment right there was definitely crucial for that kill. Top lane looks like Reza is able to get that kill on Rona. And we have Kasha coming in now on this Reza, but she chooses not to engage. Let's see what's happening here on bottom lane. Got Blackfeather and Gwen pushing in on the Ringo. Oh, that was very good. Gwen taking the damage from the turret, so Blackfeather was able to pick up that kill. Now them running into Lyra here. Lyra does pop boots to get away as they grab the healing tree in.
It really does look like mid lane is just in a state of tranquility, to be honest with you. There's just not really much contestants going on there. They really seem to be attacking the top and bottom lanes.
It's beautiful rotations from them. Just really good, pushing 3-man in their jungle. And even though right now we have Reza against 2 of them right there, as you can see Celeste coming up just to give that support. Just in case, and he sees that he's doing well, so goes down to mid.
Looks like Rez is getting crazy here.
Yeah, Reza 1v2ing them in top lane, able to pick up a kill on Koshka. Doing a great job there with that ult. Here's Celeste is top lane, doing a great job of rotation. Mid lane looks like to be bunching up.
Nice premature impel there by Lance in mid. That was really good. He predicted where Lyra was going to go and landed it perfectly. That was great.
Very good roaming from Cinderella Man. I mean, just not that I wasn't expecting it, but seeing him jungle, he does a great job, and he's also a great roamer. Wonder what else he has up his sleeve there.
They're just totally taking advantage of that top farm. Man, Gold Lead is really starting to show up here. Looks like Team B here really needs to try to step it up and try to get some kills or something here. At this rate, this could be a fast game, folks.
We're about 10k gold lead on A side, guys. This is crazy, and this just shows that the strategy of baiting one lane and then ganking the other has just worked phenomenally. You guys just have to understand that they don't necessarily want to fight in mid lane because they know if you misstep in mid lane, there are so many angles where enemy team can gank you from. But in top lane and bot lane, depending on who's ganking, you can control the flow of the gank. So
great
that's what
block.
Been doing the whole game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing about mid lane. I mean, you could get attacked from both sides. There's no real safe point unless you have cameras there. That's why having cameras is so crucial. And you'll notice also that they don't have any cameras in mid because they're just so confident right now in taking their jungle and their farm. They're just really bullying these guys at this point. They may try to contest Ghost Wing.
Team B here at the bottom making a power move on Ghost Wing, something we usually see from, Team A. But we do have Team A coming down on the Ghost Wing and them. Can they steal it? Gwen and Blackfeather are low. They are still going in, and they are getting this damage. Triple kill there for the Gwen. Very, very good job. That man's peeking him, giving him vision, and then they do grab that Ghost Wing to end up stealing it.
Yeah, that was a good move by them. I don't even know if they meant to do that by letting the Ghost Wing and by taking the aggro from Ghost Wing with Team B, while Team A came in from the top there and just swooped in with Gwen just ripping them apart with that damage.
Like our first mid lane search is gonna go down here for A side. You can just look at the potential. That damage is insane, and this is why I said you guys want to try to deny them those powerhouse picks. Celeste is still OP. Her range in 5-5 and
Absolutely.
AoE that is just insane. You guys have to, unless if she gets gutted, like unless if they really nerf her like really bad, then she's gonna be useless. But Celeste has always slid through every meta, every single season. She's always slid through.
Oh yeah, I mean, just with the Shatter Glass, look how much damage she's doing. Alright, top lane looks like we're getting some.
Lance is a little weak here, but they're still contesting.
Double kill for Celeste, just as we're talking about it. Just that much damage there with that Clockwork and Shatter Glass. It's just, we were talking about just powerhouse.
Yeah, Team B really needs to try to get some sort of armor to prevent some of this damage intake. I mean, that Lyra can only do so much with that A and a fountain, But it might be a little too late for anything like that. Hopefully they can just hold out and maybe contest them for that black call and maybe even push in mid a little bit to really just even this out. Because that seems to be probably currently their really only chance at this point.
We have Breza doing the 1v3 right now in top lane, and I think he might be able to pull this off here.
Very impressive by Rez.
Baiting down so the team comes in. Very good. Koshka does stop porting.
Koshka's gonna get caught. Maybe. No.
Oh, no, just slips away.
God, you gotta hate that. Once again, folks, I mean, just the gold lead and 26-1 kill ratios here. I mean, it's pretty impressive for Team A here. Just really going to town, taking advantage of their farm and just everything. Just practice makes perfect right here. Good strategy, good tactics, teamwork. Once you get displaced and you're not paying attention to really what's going on behind the scenes as far as where they're really pushing and pulling, this type of stuff can happen.
Yeah, we have to notice that every time they're taking one objective, a few of their team members are taking the other. So if they do fail at taking one of these objectives, they do take the other one. Which
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Push and pull. Just really great. And, one thing I've noticed, they never stop firing. In between these team fights, they're taking the enemy's farm. They're not going back to their farm. They're not too scared to get in there, and they're sticking together. So when these
Rez
team fights
finally died. Wow, they were trying to take that turn in mid there. It looks like Lyra is barely just getting away from a Lance Impel, but he's running low. They're really testing this water. Taking that turn and getting 3 kills. This could be it. Lance super low. Hopefully they have a fountain.
Looks like he's holding on to that fountain, not popping it quite yet.
Yeah, I'm watching that. That's really interesting. Maybe it's a pure bait there, That could be some real bait going on right now.
Celeste running low on mana, but still poking at that turret.
Looks like Blackfeather is just taking advantage of this time right now while everyone is being contested and focused at the lower section of the map. He's just going to keep pushing top. But Rona sees what's going on here, and she's probably going to contest him.
Got Rona and Koshka on Blackfeather. He does block Koshka's ult. Very good.
Definitely going to get caught in there. Oh, wow, taking Rona. Oh, my goodness. Could this... No, nice try, though. Very nice try. There's just 3 too many. Blackfeather down for the count there.
Taking his first death there. Not bad. A very good fight coming out of him, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Slowly but surely, Team B picking up kills. Looks like Team A is going for Ghost Wing this time, starting them themselves. And it looks like they might get it here unless they get contested by Lyra and Vox and Koshka, but it looks like they're tilting towards Blacklaw a bit.
You know, that's a real chance for them right now. The game does kind of look like it could be the end for Team B, but if they can come together and get this Black Claw and just try to take advantage of that type of push, try to take out some of these turrets and really put a little more pressure in, these guys could really make a comeback. You know, it's never over till it's over. Never give up. And a decent fight in mid here. Looks like Lyra and Vox contesting 3 with Celeste and Rez and Lance being pushed back. Hopefully they have a little more support here of Ringo and Koska showing up. But they still are just taking advantage of this jungle. They really are just a massive gold lead. Again, just by having that much gold, you have so much more opportunity to buy better items. You know, going from T1 to T2 to T3 items, it really does mean a lot. And I mean, it just shows by just how much, the amount of damage that they're pulling out here. I mean, just watching Rez right now, if you just see it, just ripping them apart. I'm sorry, Blackfeather.
It looks like they're going to be able to get Blacklaw here with Blackfeather just pushing in. So much damage, getting that triple kill. Celeste picking up a kill on Lyra and Reza on Koshka. Got an ace here. They can just push the mid and kind of end the game if they choose to. Taking down the armory, we have Gwen and Blackfeather already attacking the crystal.
This is game, folks. I do believe it. The Black Claw coming in.
She just vanished. She didn't even stand a chance.
No, just so much damage. And you're right about those impales from Lance. They do some pretty good damage early game. And,
That was an excellent game. They really tried. I mean, it was just too much synergy by Team A. They really executed every position and extremely well. Roam, jungle, lane, top, mid. I mean, you name it. They didn't let anything go there. They weren't showing to let these guys push them around at all.
And you know that Blackfeather jungle pick actually did work in their favor, which is great to see, and just a great roaming by them as well. So that's great. Looks like VLZ moves on again.
Yeah. If they played anything like those last few games that we watched, excuse me there, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. We see them further moving along the tree there of the brackets.
All right, guys, I think that's the end of the stream. Thank you, everyone, for having a listen. Thanks for watching. I'd just like to thank our streamer, Intel Techno. He's helped us out a lot today. And I'd also like to heavily thank our casters, 911 It's Pro, Helix, and Answer. We couldn't do anything without you guys. Thanks so much.
Anytime, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right, right, guys. Thank you for watching the HypeFuse tournament. Later on today, there'll be the NA tournament, and tomorrow we should have the EU final streak. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.